Hi guys, we have studied in the previous lecture URL connection. Now in this current lecture, lecture number 34, we are going to study HTTP URL connection. HTTP URL connection class. Java provides a subclass of URL connection. It is a subclass of URL connection that provides support for HTTP connections. This class is called HTTP URL connection. We obtain an HTTP URL connection in the same way just shown by calling open connection method on the URL object. But we must cast the result to HTTP URL connection. Typecasting we need to perform here. Of course, we must make sure that we are actually opening an HTTP connection. Once we have obtained a reference to an HTTP URL connection object, we can use any of the methods inherited from URL connection. We can also use any of the several methods defined by HTTP URL connection. Here is the sampling of the methods. First method, static boolean get follow redirects. Static boolean get follow redirects. This is a method. Returns true if the redirects are automatically followed and false otherwise. This feature is on by default. Get follow redirects. Second method, string get request method returns a string requesting how URL requests are made. The default is get. Other options such as post are available. Third method, integer get response code throws IO exception, returns the HTTP response code. -1 is returned if no response code can be obtained. An IO exception is thrown if the connection fails. Fourth method, string get response message throws IO exception, returns the response message associated with the response code, returns null if no message is available. An IO exception is thrown if the connection fails. This is the fourth method, get response message throws IO exception. Next one is the static void set follow redirects into bracket boolean how. If how is true, then redirects are automatically followed. If how is false, redirects are not automatically followed. By default, redirects are automatically followed. Next method, void set request method. String how throws protocol exception. This method sets the method by which HTTP requests are made to that specified by how. The default method is get, but other options such as post are available. If how is invalid, a protocol exception is thrown. Like this, methods are there, and also it inherits the methods of URL connection class. This is the subclass of URL connection, so it can inherit the methods of URL connection also. Here is the sample example, http URL demo.java. The following program demonstrates HTTP URL connection. It first establishes a connection to www.google.com. Then it displays the request method, the response code, and the response message. Finally, it displays the keys and values in the response header. The output produced by the program is shown here. Of course, the exact response returned by www.google.com will vary over the time. Here is the output for this sample example. First we can see the output. request method is get, response code is 200, response message is okay. Here is the header, key, set cookie value, domain, key, null value, HTTP 1.1 version 200, okay, date, content type, server, transfer encoding value, cache control value. Like this, output will be displayed on the screen. Notice that the header keys and values are displayed. First, a map of the header keys and values is obtained by calling getHeaderFields method, which is inherited from URLConnection class. Next, a set of the header keys is retrieved by calling keySet method on the map. Then the key set is cycled through by using a for loop style for loop. For each style for loop, the value associated with each key is obtained by calling get method on the map. Okay, like this program is designed. See this program, URL connect your HTTP URL demo. Demonstration of HTTP URL demo, HTTP URL connection. First thing, we need to import the packages, imported packages, java.net, java.io, java.util, like these packages we are imported. Next, class HTTP URL demo, open the curly bracket, public static void main, string args, throws exception, open curly bracket, URL hp equal to new URL into bracket double quotation colon double slash www.google.com double quotation complete bracket complete semicolon. Next, HTTP URL connection hpcon equal to typecasting into bracket HTTP URL connection bracket complete hp dot open connection method. Here this is the typecasted here. Next, display the request method. For this we need to write like this, system.out.println into bracket double quotation request method is double quotation complete plus hpcon dot get request method. This is the method, so brackets open close the system's bracket semicolon, hpcon dot get request method. This returns the request method. Now display the response code, system.out.println into bracket double quotation response code is double quotation complete plus hpcon dot get response code. This is the method, close the brackets semicolon, get hpcon dot get response code. Now display the message, response message, system.out.println into bracket double quotation response message is bracket double quotation complete plus hpcon dot get response message, rm capital g small, get response message. This is the method, open close brackets semicolon. Now get a list of header fields and a set of the header keys. We are writing the map into angular bracket string comma list into angular bracket string angular brackets complete hdr map equal to hpcon dot get header fields method. This gets the header fields semicolon set angular bracket string angular bracket close hdr field equal to hdr map dot key set. This returns the hdr fields, hdr dot key set method. Next, system.out.println into bracket double quotation new line. Here is the header colon double quotation complete bracket complete semicolon. Display all header keys and its values. For each like syntax we are using, for into bracket string k colon hdr field bracket complete, curly bracket open, system.out.println into bracket double quotation key colon double quotation complete plus k plus double quotation value colon double quotation complete plus hdr map dot get into bracket k bracket complete, another one bracket complete, semicolon. Like this you can print the values of header fields and their values, key headers. Close the curly bracket of for, close the curly bracket for main, close the curly bracket for class. Like this simple program you can write for the demonstration of HTTP URL connection class. Okay, see the output for this also. HTTP URL demo, Java C HTTP URL demo. Compilation is okay. Then execution for this program, Java space minus cp space dot, like this. Okay, compiling. Okay, see the output on the screen. Request method is get, response code is 200, response message is please log in. Here is the header, key null value HTTP 1.0 200 please log in, connection value close, text type value text or HTML. Like this output is displayed on the screen, and this inspects the HTTP connection. So HTTP URL connection class is used to inspect the HTTP connections. This is the HTTP URL connection class and its example, output for this example also. Okay, or you got this? Next line, next lecture or next point, URI. A relatively recent addition to Java is the URI class, which encapsulates a uniform resource identifier URI. URIs are similar to URLs. In fact, URLs constitute a subset of URIs. A URI represents a standard way to identify a resource. A URL also describes how to access the resource, but URI represents the standard way to identify a resource, and URL also describes how to access the resource. This is the somewhat difference between these two, URI and URL. Next is the cookies. The Java.NET package includes classes and interfaces that help manage cookies and can be used to create a stateful as opposed to stateless HTTP session. The classes are cookie handler, cookie manager, and HTTP cookie. The interfaces are cookie policy and cookie store. All but cookie handler was added by Java SE6. Cookie handler was added by JDK 5, and all these we are going to study in the next lectures or next chapters. Okay, in the next lecture we are going to study the TCP/IP server sockets. Thank you guys watching this video. Like, share and subscribe. Prepare for the exam, prepare for this lecture also. Okay, thank you.